So this thing happened where eventually they would tell me before a scene was going to happen, the teacher, Miss Allen, would say, David, why don't you go to the smoke machine and get me a tab? So she would give me money, and I left. And then as I left, I heard I was like, did I just get locked out of my John Casablancas acting class? But I went and got the tab, and then as I was at the machine in this little foyer area, I could hear inside, motherfucker, you never fucking love me, you bastard! It was just the most emotive and explosive sound I ever heard, and I'd never heard so much profanity in my life, and it excited me. So I would go back in, and what was really happening was they were basically trying to shield my eyes from the two adult scenes. So soon it would get towards, they would give me like a brief list of candy. Like they would just give me piles of change. It was the most exciting part of the class. Oh, I'm gonna get to go buy like fucking 10 Twix and 8 tabs. And it would take long enough for them to do their crazy ass scenes. So this went on, and then one time they were gonna do the scene, and it was two men doing a scene together. And they got ready, you know, they got in their positions, and I was gonna leave, and then the sound said, no, David, stay. I was like, wow, this is awesome, I get to stay. The scene they did, they announced it before, we're gonna do a scene from Kiss of the Spider Woman. Now, I was excited because I thought it was like a superhero movie. I was like, this is gonna be the coolest scene. I didn't know it was about fucking gay guys in prison. The scene progressed. It was the scene, I don't know if you've seen the movie, where Raul Julia has shot himself, and he is lovingly, tenderly cleaned by, thank you. And it's actually a very tender and sweet scene with no profanity. But in my head, 9-year-old head was like, what the hell is going on? These guys are really good friends. Is the one man that shit himself a baby who can talk? I had no idea what was going on. Eventually the time came, and it was time for me to do my scene, and I got paired with this guy who was like the guy in the class that all the girls loved. And I was really excited to do my scene, and I was excited to get the script. Now, this was high caliber stuff. Other people were getting to do things from our town, you know, uppity stuff. And you know what I got? Have you ever heard of a show called Charles in Charge? I did a scene from Charles in Charge, and instead of telling you about the scene, Gage, I am going to show you the scene, because this was the real, this was a little present that you left John Casablancas with.
Sorry.
Maybe time we should teach you about girls. Are you expecting to do this? Yeah, I just have to call myself. Well, I can ask you simply. We hit the girls and stay head up. But maybe they can kind of talk with at school. Come here, this way. Oh, boy, always coming. Where do you get the girls on other people? Inevitable.
So I would see this scene and be mortified, and it would keep me from performing or acting in front of people for years. I hated my performance. I was super critical of it. I thought the guy off camera was a douchebag and should never be in the craft of theater. Within a few years, I became a goth kid, and the black poetry I wrote was for no one else to see but me. But I am acting again, and I'm putting a reel together. I might incorporate this. I would love to be a cadaver on SVU, or maybe a junkie on CSI. So if any of you have any leads, let me know, and I can send you this and a JPEG. Thank you.